Hello my lovelies and welcome back to my channel. My name is Isa. I'm an ambulatory wheelchair user and graduate student, and this summer I'm spending a lot of time in Florida with my family, and as such I've been able to go to the theme parks here, and so I thought it would be a good idea to show you what I pack to go into the theme parks as an ambulatory wheelchair user who has chronic illness. Just so that you can get some ideas maybe for what you need, some things that you may not think of, and then you've got very basic and classic stuff. So let's start. So to start off with the bag, I typically bring a Loungefly backpack. This one specifically, I love this one. It has a front pocket. It looks smaller than it is. I can fit my smart drive charger, all of my supplies, everything except for this can fit in this bag, which is absolutely incredible. And I love this bag, so I strongly recommend. It's a sturdy bag, and if you're worried about that big price tag for Loungefly and you're a wheelchair user and you don't know if it's going to work for you, this has worked amazing for me. It's my go-to bag for everything. And I just stick it on the back of my wheelchair. But tomorrow I'm going to be going to Disney World Magic Kingdom by myself for the first time, and as such I'm going to try to vlog, and because I'm vlogging and because it's nearly impossible to hold my camera while pushing, I'm going to bring a tripod, which your tripod, from my understanding, has to be it makes sense, it has to be smaller than 6 feet, and it has to be able to fit in a regular sized backpack. So this one, as you can see, fits in my backpack really well, and that's really the only reason I'll bring this bag, but it is also a Loungefly, also a really great sturdy bag for me that is my second to go to. Seems like everybody wants to visit me right now. Okay, so moving on to what I wear. So it's not necessarily stuff that goes in my backpack the whole time. I bring my, for Disney, bring my Magic Band, and then my Apple Watch. This is really great for me because it's hard for me to grab my phone a lot, and so I use this to communicate with the people that I'm with. Very easy for me to check messages, see if I'm getting a phone call, things like that, so I don't get lost with having that in the back. And then my smart drive watch. This watch I got in March, and it's not my favorite. It's the newer smartwatch for smart drive. It's a push tracker, and the battery does not last very long, just a couple of hours. And I'll show you what I use instead. When it does die, I use the buttons, which I got my smart drive in 2017, and the buttons weren't standard at that time. So if you have an older smart drive, I strongly recommend investing in the buttons because they have been a lifesaver over and over, and I'll show you how those work in maybe a different video. Now on to COVID world. I always bring an extra mask with me. We have a family friend that made some of these for us that you can stitch the side. Make sure you only use one side at a time. I wash them when I get back. I bring an extra one because in Florida it rains a lot, and because it rains a lot, I just really don't want to wear a wet mask. It's bad for sensory, it's bad for breathing overall, so I always bring an extra one just in case. Also, sometimes your loops don't work for one day for some reason and another mask will. And then moving on, so I have my very basic wallet. I got the wallet at Disney Character Warehouse. If you are visiting Florida and you want cheap souvenirs, I strongly recommend Disney Character Warehouse. Hello puppy, because it's awesome. Anyway, but that's not important for COVID. What is important, and what's important whenever you go to a theme park, hand sanitizer. I got this at Bath & Body Works, and it has been amazing. I don't like the ones that you have to push because that's hard for me sometimes, so this one's just a small button, and you can spit it out. we're getting into some of the stuff I just carry around with me all the time just to be safe. I don't have a lot of medications, but some things that I do carry around is Ivy Guard, and I'll have the name in my description. And Ivy Guard is a medication that my GI doctor suggested for me because I struggle with a lot of medications and complications and stuff. And Ivy Guard is a medical grade peppermint that just really helps me, especially if my stomach's upset. It's not a solution for everything, but if you are kind of going through a small flare-up, it can make things more manageable. I always bring Advil just in case. I love this small little bottle, and I would just refill it if I can buy. I also have this beauty. I don't know if you can see it very well, but it's Quit Your Bitchin' Muscle Rub, and my sister got it for me from. My sister got this for me from Duluth, and it is a really great thing to use if I'm having muscle aches, so I don't have to just straight and go for the Advil. I can put this on my back. I generally put it on my lower back as we go throughout the day. Then we have basic hygiene. I have a kind of perfume, deodorant, always important, and then the thing I always recommend for all wheelchair users with long nails who like to wear their nails long, are nail file. I break my nails all the time as a wheelchair user. I just don't know if it's because they're brittle or just because wheelchair life is not suitable for long nails, but I hate cutting mine, so nail file saves the day. Make sure I always bring a portable charger. I try to bring 2 if I can, but my other one is kind of broken right now. But that way I can charge my camera. I charge my speaker or my microphone for my camera and my cell phone. Disney will also have places where you can rent one of these. I'm not sure if they have the cord. I've never used it because I always try to bring my own, but I don't have my cell phone charger with me. But cell phone, camera, anything, very important. Since we're talking about chargers, I have my smart drive charger, which is very big. When I go to Magic Kingdom tomorrow, I'll make sure to record all of the wonderful spots that I have found that most of the time work for charging, because that has been my biggest struggle going into any park, is finding a place that I can recharge my smart drive. I also just like to bring peppermints for blood sugar emergencies and upset tummies if I think that I can get away with this instead of using the Ivy Guard, because Ivy Guard I'm running low on. I'll use a camera, glasses cleaner because it rains and you can't really clean your glasses when it's wet or your clothes are wet. So yeah, and then pads just in case. But yeah, that is what I bring to theme parks with me. I generally have a whole host of family to go with, but tomorrow's my first day by myself and I can't wait to report how that goes because I'm kind of nervous. I don't think I generally depend on them, but it's always an eye-opener when I go places by myself. So thank you for coming. Please subscribe for this chaos of channel. Still trying to figure out what my content's going to be, but I have a couple more days of Disney, so I'm going to try to vlog each time I go. So see you real soon.